Very good morning and most welcome to ACFIM Talks. Yet again, this Friday, 3rd of June, the rest of the country is celebrating the Martyrs' Day, and there's a lot of activity at the Namgongo Shrine at both ends. But at ACFIM, we also are able to bring you ACFIM Talks, our weekly talk show. And today we're discussing the battle of NUP leadership. There's been a lot of information crisscrossing, not yet mainly in the mainstream media, but social media have been a couple of reports coming through, and we're going to be looking at that in a short while. But before we start, allow me to encourage and invite everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ACFIM Uganda, and also on our social media platforms, so you can be able to be part of these conversations. You'll be getting notifications, and you can be also be able to contribute to the discussions that we are having today. We are live on ACFIM Uganda YouTube, on our Twitter handle at ACFIM UG, and also on our Facebook page, ACFIM. My name is Felix, your usual moderator, and with me I have a panel of three male panelists. Again, we are sorry that it's an all-male domestic panel, but next time, I promise we will try to mobilize and bring them on board. That said, let me give this talk show some bit of context, so that I can help anybody out there to understand where we are coming from and why are we discussing what's happening in the party NUP National Unity Platform. Now, you remember that on the 27th of May 2022. National Unity Platform reportedly held a delegates conference, and in that conference, a faction led by founder Nkonge Moses Chibalama, many of you know him as Moses Chibalama, decided to part ways with People Power Movement, an outfit led by Honorable Robert Sentam Chagulanyi, aka gone by the stage name Bobby Wine. But the press release that we were able to have a look at, that was issued by NUP, and signed by Gideon Tugume, Honorable Chagulanyi ceased being a NUP president, and it is proposed that it is proposed in the same MOU that we were able to see. It is proposed that the position of Foreign Secretary Affairs, I think it's the position of Foreign Affairs Secretary, be given to Honorable Chagulanyi, and he relinquishes or he stops being the party president. This faction also, when we looked at the documents that we're able to see, plans to negotiate with the president for the release of the political prisoners, including Honorable Segidinya and Sewanyana, that are being incarcerated until now. In the same press release, we also were able to look at Bobby Wine and the team have been urged to hand over all NUP materials and assets, including providing accountability for all donations and other financial income that they have received. Also, this development, you should all understand that this development comes after 2 years of the political marriage that was witnessed on the 10th of July 2020. But before this union, the National Unity Platform, then was National Unity Reconciliation Party, had to rebrand and registered as National Unity Platform in August 2019 with the Electoral Commission. Now, according to the docs that we've been able to access, the fallout between the two factions, that's the faction of Chagulanyi led NUP, and also the faction of Chibalama, it's as a result of strained relations between the two. And I understand the faction of Chibalama is accusing this faction of Chagulanyi of micromanaging the party and only favoring Chagulanyi, favoring his henchmen. And indeed, some political analysts have gone ahead to argue and interpret this as a failure of the two factions to share the billions of shillings the party receives from government as contribution to party funding. And in this episode of ACFIM Talks, we take an excursion and we look at what's going inside the party, looking at the NUP leadership. And with me, I have, so far, I've been joined by Gideon Tugume, who is the new NUP spokesperson. He's from Tungamo district, and he holds an MBA, and also is an LLB. Previously, he's been in political circles for quite some time, because he previously worked as a Secretary General for the National Freedom Party, also worked as a Secretary General for the Forum for Integrity in Leadership field, and also at some point worked as a Secretary for Information and Electoral Affairs for NUP. Gideon, you are most welcome to today's ACFIM Talks. I think you are muted. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. My name is Gideon Tugume. I'm the new spokesman of National Unity Platform Party. And I greet everyone who is watching us at this particular time. And I'm so delighted to be hosted on this very great, important and most magnificent, I think, viewership kind of arrangement. I'm so grateful for that, and we expect to exchange a lot, and we hope to answer the questions that really is affecting people's minds at this particular time. It has been already a problem of the corruption in the country, where the media is so corrupted to the extent that they don't even give the chance for us to explain most of the issues. So I do expect to explain more and expand the understanding of what is happening in the NUP.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. It's good to have you. With me also, I have Michael Aboneka. Michael is on set. I hope I can have Michael's link and feed live so that we can be able to. Michael hasn't yet joined us, I've been told by the producer, but we expect Michael Aboneka to join us. Michael is the practicing advocate with the High Court. You've seen Michael do a lot of work around human rights and good governance, and he's a partner at Thomas and Michael Advocates, an attorney of law, and especially done a lot of work around constitution and human rights law. He's a crusader in public interest and strategic litigation, and has over 12 years working with the civil society sector in the areas of especially governance. So we expect Michael to join us. Is currently part of the steering committee of the Africa Young Activist Network, a network that brings together all activists across Africa working on social justice and democracy. When Michael gets here, I'll be able to let him join us and be part of the discussion. I also expect Henry Kasacha, who is no stranger to this show. He's almost a regular. Kasacha has done a lot of work around democracy and youth programming and engagement. He is the founder member of is the founder program manager of IPOD. IPOD is that platform that brings together political parties that are represented in parliament, and does a lot of work around strengthening political parties. When Henry Kasacha gets here, we'll be able to let him join and be part of the conversation. But let's get this off the ground, because I think we have enough questions to get this conversation started. And I'm going to start with you, Gideon. Gideon, we've been following these developments keenly, and indeed, surprised as you are, we also don't know why in the mainstream media they were not picked, but we're able to pick them, and indeed that's why we're having this discussion. But for people out there who are wondering what's happening within the camp, within the political party of NUP, what is this all about? Because if I'm a NUP supporter, I would be asking myself, why are you destabilizing a party that at the moment is the leading opposition party in parliament? And I think it should be in NUP's interest to consolidate that strength, grow the party, rather than agonizing and destabilizing the party. What is the problem? What is happening?
No, actually, there is no disorganization in the party. The party as itself is solid, it is strong, It appreciates the supporters, the support it is getting across the country and outside the country. It is actually appreciative to Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi and the team for the work they have done up to this time when we have reached this stage. What I want to tell you, maybe from the beginning, is that NUP got its new name in 2019. And by the time we got new name, Honorable Kyagulanyi was not a member, neither was he a supporter of NUP. So Robert Kyagulanyi, who is related actually to Mr. Chibarama Moses Nkonge, they met somewhere, and we had just held the delegates conference in 2019, of which we had elected Chibarama Moses Nkonge together with the other leaders to lead the party for the next 2 years, because our constitution mandates us to always have a delegates conference every after 2 years. So when they met somewhere, they decided to form a memorandum of understanding. A memorandum of understanding that was between NUP and People Power. So they signed a document, which document was to run for 1 year. But within that period of 1 year, the Honorable Kyagulanyi, together with his team, they were to come and always inform and consult the party organs. We have SEC, we have NEC, and all those organs were set always to receive and know what is happening in the party. So the party did not know what took place between Moses Chibarama Nkonge and Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, which was good. In one way, we just saw the news that, you know, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu has joined the NUP, and he has been given a flag. And we wondered, actually, because in the first place, that is not how flags are given to an individual who wants to vie for a certain office. In the first place, you have to be a member of the party. You have to belong to a certain organ of the party. And from being to the organ of the party, you'll be recommended by SEC, which SEC, that is Central Executive Committee, which recommends you to delegates conference where a flag bearer is elected. This was not done, all those were not done. So the party kept quiet because in the first place, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu came with a big force. There was an influx of many people who came and, you know, started calling themselves NUP. In actual sense, as a party, we did not know, even up to now, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is not a member of NUP up to now, because he is not in the national register of the party. Even those whom he recruited, including the members of parliament, including those who were elected at different levels, are not in the register of a party. And they did not go through the normal process of a party. And so we waited for Honorable Kyagulanyi to bring his team and report together with his friend, his uncle, Chibarama, to bring the friends and the rest of the people we had purportedly, you know, brought into NUP to the party for official registration and issuance of cards, and also be, you know, blessed with that kind of arrangement to be party members. They did not come. So they proceeded operating within the name of the party, calling themselves NUP, you know, abusing the people. You hear that NUP members abuse everyone. They started mobilizing funds from different areas within the country and even outside the country. They started even receiving money from Electoral Commission, from government, and they were not actually informing the party. So we waited. We just heard that he even refused to join the IPOD, that he was saying we shouldn't even work with the other members of the political parties like Mao, like BSJ, like others who are political players, or coordinating with other political parties. He did that, they refused. And they were doing all that in the name of the party. So we waited for the period after calling Chibarama into SEC. He explained to us that, you see, this is a popular person. We brought him because we knew he was to increase the membership of the party, which was good. But our party has got its ideology. Its ideology is liberalism, which says that everybody is given an opportunity in the party, from any party, from any place. So it is not like a political party per se, but it is a platform that encompasses everybody. So if there is this kind of arrangement where the so-called leader that you are brought in cannot allow the communication with the other parties, communication with the other groupings in the political arena, then we have to lose the track. So we decided to wait until the year which they had signed ends. So when the year ended, we communicated because we could not communicate as a party. We told those who had made that illegal arrangement to communicate to him. So they got a lawyer and they communicated to him that, you know, we gave you this party without consulting the party members, without consulting the state. So we have ended that relationship. They wrote to him.
Just a minute, Gideon. The MOU which Chibalama, without consulting party members, signed with Kyagulanyi, was supposed to run till when?
For 1 year, it was to run up to 11th July 2021. And when it elapsed, a communication was made to him by those people, because for us as a party, we could not communicate. We were not a party to that arrangement. So they communicated to him. They said, now the year has ended, and so we have now completely ended that relationship. And the letter, a copy of the letter is available. So we saw that letter. So ended in that.
Who communicated? Was it
Chibarama
the one who illegally
handed over a party flag? Yes, those who illegally handed over a party flag to him communicated to him through a lawyer, certain lawyer, so that they informed him that the relationship had ended. So now we called Chibarama together with the Secretary General, and then we put them on to tell us exactly what is happening. They said for us, we ended that relationship, and so we don't know. So we are saying in the media that the NUP has got members of parliament, NUP has got what? Then we said no. A party cannot be used, the party name cannot be used for selfish ends. We don't know what is happening. There is no reporting to the party organs. SEC has never approved anybody. SEC has not received any communication from anybody that maybe somebody is acting as an agent of a party to go and start recruiting, to go and start making different arrangements. So as a party sat on 5th of March this year and decided, recommended for the holding of the delegates conference. So it is when we communicated to the authorities, to whoever was concerned to be communicated to that the delegates conference is going to take place. Now, the issue came in that why are you not inviting Robert Kyagulanyi together with the team? Because according to our constitution, it says that members of parliament and the president shall always attend the delegates conference. When we went into the register of the party, and we went to the normal way of inviting the members who can attend the delegates conference, we found that Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu is not a member of the party. He did not. He doesn't possess the party card. He does not belong in the register of the party. So whichever he was doing is outside the party organs and outside the party, constitution and principles, and so he could not be invited in the delegates conference. So even the members of parliament, because we did not know anything. So when we went into the delegates conference on 25th of May 2022, members are out of the discussions and the rest of the staff recommended to form a committee which was formed to investigate the relationship between Chibarama and the Kyagulanyi and the group, and also to see that committee is going to make recommendations on what to do for the errant members of the party who handed over the party to the unregistered. Remember, People Power is not a registered entity, which could not have made an agreement with the National Unity Platform, which is a registered party. So when we went even to check with the register of companies, with where we found the NUP, People Power is not there. So from onset, even the agreement, that MOU was null and void. It wouldn't have happened. According to Political Parties and Organizations Act, you can only merge when your political parties registered political parties. You can only correct or make a coalition when you are registered political parties. You can work together in other arrangement when you are actually political parties, but when you are not, any agreement that you make cannot be void, they cannot be void. So we just looked into that, all those issues, and saw that was bad. But because of their contribution, because the many members now, you hear many, many supporters talking about NUP and what the members recommended that there should be a proposal so that Robert Kyagulanyi, together with his people, can report to the party and be recognized. So that's why those positions were proposed. You cannot start from being, you want to be a Catholic. You must be baptized. From baptized, you be confirmed. So you cannot jump from being baptized, then you completely become a bishop in the church. No, you can't. So we wanted him to come and cool down, be with us, be with the party, go through the normal process of elections in the party, then can be able to be, incorporated. If you want to stand, can vie through, nomination, normal processes of nominations, and then you can become a president again if you want, or a flag bearer. And so that's what happened at the delegates conference. And there are many issues that came up in the delegates conference, many issues of accountability.
Yeah, we are going to discuss that, Gideon. We are going to discuss those issues. I've been joined by Michael Aboneka, and Mike, I'm going to throw in straight away at some point. But before I bring in Michael, Gideon, my bigger question is, if Chibarama acted in error, and you are really raising very interesting perspectives that even the MOU is null and void. But I was looking at a copy of the MOU, which doesn't seem even specify that this period was supposed to be for 1 year. It seems to be open-ended. The copy I have seems to be open-ended, but we'll come back to that. The question is, why did you also take action on Chibarama? Because it looks like Chibarama acted not consulting the party, but as an individual. And why wait now to come up and not raise those issues then?
You see, sir, we had just elected. We were just from delegates conference by the time he handed over the party to Kyagulanyi. So he had just been elected. So as our constitution, when somebody is elected, you have to wait for another 2 years to go to the delegates conference. So you cannot fraud the party constitution as it is. So we waited because he explained to us that he is going to, to give the information to the party, of which we said no, because for us as a party, we did not sign. Because when you look even at whichever went out during that period, the party was not concerned at all. Like even taking the case to court by Kyagulanyi after elections, even after withdrawing, everything we are not reported to the party. So we could not take action when you are still holding that big position. Remember, when you are a vice president of a party, you are the chairman of the party, you are the chairman of SEC, you are the chairman of NEG. So you are the ones even to invite the delegates and the rest. So if we have, there is no way we could have no converged even without him. So until the period for the delegates conference come, where the constitution mandates the vice chairman, the vice president, who is the chairman of the party, to invite the members as per the law to sit. And that's when he was inviting the members of the SEC on 5th of March, after pressure actually. There are even some letters which were written to him that you must convene the meeting. So that's how the process came in. So he's not there simply because the members are happy with him, but he's there because they want to take action when they have where they can get him from. Remember, if you just, throw him away, he can even disappear and run away from the country. That is why the members were saying that Kyagulanyi and the rest should not be, distanced. So they can even use remember they have been getting funds, getting what, they have everything and resources. They can run away and take away everything. So we want to just bring them together. This committee, which was formed, is going to investigate their actions, and I know it is going to take appropriate action against those members, and then the rest will be told to the media and the public.
All right. Gideon, thank you so much for really setting us off very well, providing a very interesting context. And Michael, I hope you were able to listen to what Gideon was saying. Interestingly, the MOU, according to Gideon and the group, is null and void. I think you've looked at the copy of the MOU, including the minutes of the delegate conference and the things they're raising there. And let me, as a lawyer, Michael, does Shibalama and group have any justifiable grounds to take the path they have taken? And is it true that people power, Bobby Wine and the group are actually not members of NUP, because that's what has just been told to us. But when I read the MOU, there is a clause that actually looks at, that protects and says those that have joined from people power, they are members of NUP. As a lawyer, help us interpret this all practice about the Chibalama group.
Thank you, Felix. I hope you are able to hear me. Just
Yes,
let me know if you're
clear.
able to hear me.
We
Yeah,
can hear
thank you. First of all, I want to thank ACFIM for this opportunity. I've been a bit under the weather, but I'm glad I'm here. And thank you, Gideon, for highlighting those important questions. Now, Felix, I have been looking at these issues, and I'm wondering, from the onset, why are we here? Where, as in, how did we reach here? And I've been asking myself these questions before I answer your question of, so what is the problem now? Because even the public is confused, just like probably some of us are. Do we have NUP number one and we have NUP number two, or do we have NUP and nothing else but NUP? And who are the subscribers of NUP? And then there is an MOU coming in there, and then there is a court case, which of course Justice Sekana dismissed on just in a procedural issue. But I've tried to dig into a few details. There was a struggle to change the name of this party, I think all the way from 2012 until about 4 times, and I think, Gideon, maybe you know that, until maybe March 2019. There was also that struggle where Electoral Commission kept on rejecting until there was a delegates conference of 2019 March, which I will ask Gideon to later tell us whether that's the one in which they agreed. Because you see, Felix, these issues are legal. Sometimes people take them not serious. Gideon mentions that the MOU was entered between the NUP, the party, and the people power. And the question is, do you have legal standing, or are you a legal entity to enter into a memorandum? That's an interesting view to look at it, by the way. And I may want to agree with him. And just to say on the onstart that we need to have these conversations and cordial as possible, because I know that people already on Twitter were starting to quarrel about us talking about these things. But you see, in a country of democracy that we talk about, and where taxpayers' money is being spent on political parties, you cannot say that Mike Kaboneka has no right to talk about these things, either Felix or whoever. Let's have these conversations, and that's what is going to help us. So back to the question, and I'll take it from Gideon's question. And it's good he's here. It's going to help us. Who are the guys who are behind the MOU? Who approved? Because you see, a political party under the Political Parties Organization Act is a legal entity. Look at it as a company. The same things we're challenging in court. If a company is going to sign a document, there must be a company seal, there must be a power of attorney giving Mike Kaboneka power of attorney to sign on behalf of that company. Now, you have a process where there are a few people who are saying they are representing a party and they're entering into an MOU. And what is interesting, Felix, is that I see Gideon's signature on this. Yes. I think it was a press statement or a memorandum, whatever it is. But what I wanted to find out, and which I didn't get clearly, is did the memorandum of understanding have a period of execution? Mm-hmm. Have the parties executed both their obligations? Because Then Gideon, there was an issue I read, during my preparation in court about the $5 million. Some people being promised $5 million to hand over the party. So there is a lot of things that are in air that need to be cleared. But of the MOU, what has gone wrong? Apart from it being a legal, let's be beyond going into the legal issues, is one, did it have a time frame in which it's supposed to be implemented? Have both parties, because you see an MOU is not one-ended. Every party has an obligation. So the question is, has everyone implemented to the latter, or the MOU? And number 2 or 3 is before electoral commission, and that's why I would love to have electoral commission. Before electoral commission, who is the recognized face of National Unity Platform? Who are the subscribers? Because you see, these are legal issues, by the way. When we start tracing our monies, because you see we are giving political parties money. NUP has over 61 MPs. NUP is member of IPOD. So who is member of IPOD? Is it Gideon NUP, Chagulani NUP, Chibalama NUP? Who is receiving the billions of money? I don't know whether it is per quarter or something. You need to clarify that. The billions of money that is going to NUP, is it Gideon's NUP receiving it? Is it Mengo? Is it Kamocha? And number 3, then who is making returns? Because political parties are supposed to make returns. Now, until we resolve issue number 1 of who is the legal entity recognized and the electoral commission, because then electoral commission, we need to find out whether it's giving money to to a ghost party or a real party, because then questions of accountability are going to come in. That's the same things here, that you're giving money to a non-existing company. So I think that, Felix, I didn't get enough actually documentation in my research to find out. First of all, I could not access the website of the National Unity Platform. I don't know, for some reason it's off. My end, I couldn't access it. So I am just much as confused as probably the public, but I'm happy Gideon is here. I only took liberty of the documents I have. But the legal questions I'm raising, there is a certificate Gideon was, I think, showing the media, the one of August, Gideon, the certificate of registration. So the question is, Gideon and everyone, so who is behind that certificate? Who are the first subscribers? Who are the members of the party? Because that resolves the question. If we went to electoral commission now to do an inquiry and say we want to know the leaders and the members and the founders of the Farmers Party, electoral commission will give us detail. If we say, can we have the members and the subscribers of the National Unity Party, if it is there, or platform, electoral commission is able to give us. So if we went to the EC today or on Monday and asked you as electoral commission, we have this thing called National Unity Platform. Who are the members? Who are the subscribers? Whom are you giving money? Now that also will help to settle the conundrum. And then that will now also lead us to the second question. I'm sure we're going to discuss it in the second part of then the other people who say they belong to People Power but also belong to NUP. Where do they fall? Because that is also an important question for us to understand and underscore. Because we need to keep emotions out of this. There's taxpayers' money involved, and it's an issue of democracy. Political parties play a bigger role in either killing or building democracy of this country. Now, since we are in a multi-party dispensation, political parties play a very big role. You cannot on day one say, I I want to be part of a political party. When tomorrow there are issues, they're asking you to account, you say, I want to be independent. I think that has to be sorted from the onset. So for me, those are the three major questions. The MOU was signed between a political party and a people power. The question is, in law, what is people power? Is it a legal entity? Can it enter into a memorandum of understanding? What is it? Can that MOU, by the way, Gideon, can that MOU now, can we enforce it if someone breached it? Or whether the first question to court to answer would be whether this MOU is enforceable. I think for me, that's a very good point that Gideon raised. And I think until we resolve that question, is the MOU enforceable? What is NUP? What is people power? Then secondly, Felix, as I leave this matter, is the person who signed the MOU on behalf of the NUP, did they have authority and mandate to do the same? Were they seconded? Was there some kind of party resolution? Because that way, that is going to help us if we do the retrospective or the introspection of the matters that happened. Because then what seems to happen is that everyone is saying there was an MOU. Other people say Mr. Chibalama sold our party. Others say our party was handed over without us knowing. But we need to go back and dig deep and find out, okay, the MOU was signed, leave alone the issues of legalese. Who authorized A to sign on behalf of NUP, and who authorized B to sign on behalf of people power? Number two, what were the terms? How long is this? How far have we gone? Because if it has no termination, expired period, then what are we? What is it doing? But also Section 18 of the Political Parties Organization Act is clear on alliances and what have you, but it has to be, legal entities. You are allowed to do alliances, but it has to be amongst you. So you must be first of a legal entity. And I'm sure that's why they didn't take that route of forming an alliance. So are we saying that an MOU is also another form of alliance? Is that the new way of doing things? But also, if that is the other case, that political parties are allowed to ally, to coalesce with other social groups, maybe pressure groups that may necessarily not have to be political parties. That's also another question. But for now, I am trying to not to be as confused as everyone on exactly what is NUP today. Is it NUP Gideon, NUP Mengo, NUP Kamocha? Where does the money from Electoral Commission go to? NUP Mengo, NUP whatever, and or NUP Kamocha? And everyone concerned shouldn't bury their heads. I've been reading that some members are trying silently go back to Chibalama and what have you, but we'll go back, we'll discuss that, the effect of this paper probably in the second part. But Felix, to me, as a Ugandan and as a lawyer, for me, those are my legal questions, that until we answer those legal questions of what is the legal standing of NUP currently, who are the legal subscribers, who does the law under the Political Parties and Organization Act, the Uganda Registration Services Bureau, who do they recognize as the subscribers and the members of this party? So it's a question of law. Who is recognized in law? So once that question has been answered, then we can deal with, okay, so there was an MOU. What was it for? That one is up to you. It's not really about the, about Electoral Commission and what have you. But I think this mix-up needs to be sorted
All right.
as soon as possible. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. You raised very pertinent legal questions. Before Gideon comes back to answer, let's go for a short break. And when we return, Gideon will help us answer some of the legal questions being raised by Michael, because I think it's important to clear the air in terms of the legal understanding, that because there seems to be some issues that are confused here. and it would be very good that you help us sort out this matter. Let's go for a short break and then we'll return.